Namaskarams to everyone. The family of Smt Sundaravalli Ammal and Naada Inbam welcomes you all on the occasion of International Women's Day. We have an extraordinary program which is absolutely befitting this occasion of Women's Day. The release of book of songs written by a woman composer, tuned by women vidushis, and sung by entire team of young women artists. What a better way we can celebrate this day. Sangeetha Acharya Smt.Seetha Narayanan has set the songs to appropriate tunes and has notated the songs with great care. In addition, she has identified the Alvar Pasurams which resonate with these songs. She has meticulously trained the young artists who are here to perform this. The renowned Vainika, Smt.R.S.Jayalakshmi Amma, has set the Swara interlude for these compositions. We begin the proceedings with the invocation by Kumari Maitreyi Vijay.
Shirundru Thupul Thiruvenkatamudayan Parundru Sunna Pazhamozhiyul Orundru Thane Amayado Dharaniyil Vaalvarkku Vaneerappomalavum Vaalvu Poigai Chittan Tuya Kulashekharan Nambananadan Tondaradippodi Mazhai Vanda Shodhi Vaiyamellam Marai Vilanga வாழ்வேல் ஏந்தும் மங்கையர்கோன் என்றறிவர்கள் மகிழ்ந்து பாடும் செய்யத் தமிழ் மாலைகள் நாம் தெளிய ஊதித் தெளியாத மறை நிலங்கள் தெளிகின்றோமே பொய்கை முனிபூதத்தார் பேயாழ்வார் தன் பொருநல்வரும் குருகேசன் விட்டு சித்தன் துய்ய குலசேகரன் நம்பாணநாதன் தொண்டரடிப்பொடி மழிசை வந்த ஜோதி வையமெல்லாம் மறை விளங்க வாழ்வேல் ஏந்தும் மங்கையர்கோன் என்றறிவர்கள் தெரியாத மறைநிலங்கள் தெளிகின்றோமே. தமிழ் மாலைகள் நாம் தெளிய ஓதி தெளியாத மறைநிலங்கள் தெளிகின்றோமே.
That was a very lovely rendition by her. I thank you for that. And a little bit about this Sirar Thupul Thiruvengadamudyan. This refers to the Taniyan of Swami Desikan, the renowned Vaishnavite Acharya. In his own inimitable style, the Swami has written about the Alvars in his work Adhikara Sangramam. While extolling the glory of Alvars, he implores the devotees to recite these pasurams and realize the truth expounded in our Vedas. Through their sweet words, the Alvars, in their own distinctive manner, convey the most abstract philosophical truths in a simple manner and lead the devotees gently into the realms of mystic experience. It is called mysticism because it is beyond words. This idea resonates with the emotions expressed by Smt Sundaravalli Ammal in her songs. Through her passion-filled songs, she helps us to relate to the deities of various Divya Desams. She had composed songs on a variety of subjects. She had sung on 108 Divya Desams, out of which Smt.Seetha Narayanan has chosen 10 songs and has set them to music and has trained the artists of the musical ensemble who will be performing a little later in the evening. Now I invite Sangeetha Kalacharya Smt.Seetha Narayanan, the chief guest, Vidushi Ranjani and Gayatri, Vidushi R.S.Jayalakshmi, and the guest of honor, Srimati Dr.Meenakshi Krishnan, Smt.Jayalakshmi Balakrishnan, and Smt.Anasuya Krishnan to the stage. Please honor us by lighting the lamp and taking your seat on the dais. Just before book release, a few words of introduction about the chief guests. Vidushis Srimati Ranjani and Srimati Gayatri have graciously accepted to be our chief guests today. They are by far the most popular performers of the day. They are versatile artists who perform as vocal as well as violin duo. They accompany several distinguished musicians. They have set to tune many abhangs. Their musical journey comprises of composing as well as teaching. While they have many awards to their credit, here it is apt to mention Indira Sivasailam Endowment Medal 2016 from the Music Academy and Vani Kala Sudhakara from Tyaga Brahma Gana Sabha in 2015. They have numerous albums to their credit. And we are happy to have the distinguished Vidushi, Srimati Sangeetha Kalanati Suguna Varadachari with us. I am proud to say that because she is the CN of Musri School of Music, and she is also the guru of having produced many musicians. She has kindly written the foreword for this book. That's something very happy we are about. So we request Ranjani and Gayatri to release the book. And the first copy will be received by Anasuya Krishnan. The guests will receive the copy of books from Jayalakshmi Balkrishnan. I request the chief guest to say a few words on this occasion. Please.
Namaskaram to all the inspirational artists, musicians, dignitaries on stage, Jaya Ma, Sumathi Ma, Jayalakshmi Mami, Seetha Mami, everyone here, and dear musicians who are going to be singing and presenting these beautiful compositions, and dear Rasikas. Today is indeed a very special day as it is being broadcasted all over social media, Women's Day. Bharatvarsha has a great tradition of always giving a special elevated space for women in a very intrinsic way. We never had to underline it as it is being done today. But I feel, looking back, the world has always given credit to the woman as a nurturer, as a sustainer, as the loving, presence in the general scheme of things. But rarely do we give credit to a woman who is at the forefront of intellectual activity, to create, to be an active participant in the economic, creative, and all other major aspects in life. Today's function is very heartwarming to us because every single part of today's presentation, from the composition of lyrics, which is penned by Sundaravalli Ammal, to the musical composition by our most beloved Seetha Mami, and the performance by all the amazing, incredible women talents, the girls I should say, they're all so young and so talented and promising. The singers, the violinists, the mridangam, the ghatam, flute, violin, and of course the people behind it, Srimati Lakshmi, who has so beautifully written about so many aspects of the composition. So every single contribution has been by women, and that gives us great happiness. What do I say about Seetha Mami? If somebody has truly walked the talk of just living a life of music in unconditional bliss, having no expectations from the profession, as we all tell ourselves, we are all so transactional sometimes. We all expect certain things to happen at certain times, and it's not wrong given the flow of today's times. But there was a generation of women who lived, breathed, and gave unconditionally in blissful non-expectation. Their karma was truly the reward. And they didn't have to say it in so many words. Their life is a testament to that. Seetha Mami is one of those rare beings the grace with which she has really lived this life, the dignity and the happiness, the innocence of a child who just wants to discover things and seek growth and happiness with no agenda. These are all not small qualities. They are huge ones. And to us, she remains this pole star of inspiration to us as we keep moving and growing and learning. We met Mami maybe in the 90s. We have, as young students of music who moved to Chennai and who were just taking in the scene in Chennai here with wide-eyed naivete and innocence, we ran into Mami at an All India radio recording. Just listening to her talk, she might not remember the interaction, but we were just there. We were so scared and intimidated by all the official-looking people there, people who were worksheet recordings, and we were just so scared. Mami was sitting there and talking to us about a composition, and that was enough to put us at ease. And through the years, when we said, Mami, we want to learn bhajans, she recorded a whole lot of them and said, sing it in your own way. And yes, and that is how generous and loving she was, that she gave every student and asked them to spread their wings and add their own creativity to whatever song they learnt. Whenever I just want to talk to somebody, a musical soul, talk about compositions, talk about possibilities. Seetha Mami is the first number that I call. Mami, I'm singing the Mari or theme la padrin. What do you think? And that's it. An entire set of ideas would come. And that is how amazing she is. She just enjoys, and how blissful it is to keep swimming in this, creative area without expectation, how it sets us free. And is that not the purpose of life beyond professional goals? This is truly the joy that we seek. And Mami has done it so effortlessly. So to us, she remains this huge inspirational figure whom we think and feel that, yes, this is what we must be. And Jayalakshmi Mami, again, from an era where grace and dignity were second nature, are second nature. So all the great Suguna Mami, எவ்வளோ இன்ஸ்பிரேஷனல் எல்லாரையும் பார்த்தாலே போகிறோம். It is great motivation for us, and so that we, at least at some level, we are trying to walk in their path. And it gives us great joy to be a part of this function, which puts these great ladies who have a lifetime of contributions in the front, so that we can look up to them. And I also hope that these students who are going to be singing these compositions will learn more than these compositions. They'll have glimpses into the souls and the work of women who have really proved that life is more than professional goals. It is an unending vista of discovery and joy. So namaskarams to all those here. And yes, about the compositions, I look forward to listening to them. In the paadalala ellarum paadi, it should become a part of the most popular repertoire of all the musicians, and that is our hope. And we also look forward to listening to these compositions. And of course, thank you, Jaya Mami, for putting this together, for being such an active catalyst in putting together such events and functions. Thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to be part of this. Namaskaram.
Thank you so much for your kind words on the creative and intellectual arena of women today. And of course, the unconditional devotion to the music from Smt Seetha Narayanan. We all enjoyed her diction, the way she presents, and then, the clear-cut delineation of ragas at the outset. You have it. And the pleasure of, traveling along with her in her music experience. That's a very, very beautiful thing, I would say. As a person also, I have enjoyed it. So thank you very much. I would like to say a few words about Smt Seetha Narayanan here. Sangeetha Kalacharya Smt Seetha Narayanan is an 8th grade. These are all, worldly things. 8th grade artist in AAR and proficient in Hindi bhajans. Her proficiency in every aspect of concert presentation, clarity of sahitya, grip over laya have earned her several prestigious prizes from Music Academy and several other organizations. Here, Vainika Smt.R.S.Jayalakshmi is a multifaceted personality, and she had done her teacher's training course from Music Academy, and she was assistant professor at the music department of University of Madras. She has also trained in padams and javalis under the legendary Timukta. She has a doctorate in music and has guided a scores of students in research work and doctoral thesis. She has performed at different venues and presented a number of papers and legdems. I had been fortunate to follow her through the legdems because I do not know much, but I enjoy them. And conducted a number of workshops, and she has got numerous awards and recognition during a distinguished career. I'll stop with this because I would, maybe Dr.Meenakshi Krishnan will, further give more information on these people as she knows them quite personally. Dr. Meenakshi Krishnan is today's guest of honor. She is a senior disciple of Sangeetha Kalanidhi R. Vedavalli Ammal and accompanied her guru on stage in both national and international concerts. Her early focus was on Hindustani bhajans as a student of Sri Shrikant Bakhre, a disciple of Ustad Amir Khan. She was a graded artist singing bhajans in All India Radio. Dr. Krishnan completed her doctoral thesis on Varnam for voice training and creativity under the supervision of the well-known ethnomusicologist Dr. S.A.K. Durga. Her passion for music is seen in her active involvement in various spheres of music, performance, research, and teaching. She is the author of the book Muduswami Dikshadhar and Tiruvarur. She is currently convener of the Advanced School of Carnatic Music at the Music Academy and director of the Research Center. She is also one of the secretaries of Music Academy, Madras. I request Dr. Meenakshi Krishnan to address the gathering. She will introduce the musical journey of Smt. Seetha Narayanan and Smt.R.S.Jayalakshmi in detail today.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. My namaskarams to the dignitaries on the dais and the Vidwans, Vidushis, Rasikas present here and the young artists in the hall as well. Today's event is very special. As the chief guest Gayatri mentioned, we are celebrating a woman composer on Women's Day. But then this has been a tradition, an Indian tradition, where women were always given their space in some way or the other. In fact, our Vedic tradition says, Yatra naryastu pujyante ramante tatra devata. The gods reside where women are respected, and that is Bharatavarsha. And today we have celebrated women. I don't want to restrict myself to Seetha Mami and R.S.J. Mami. I want to start with Jaya Balakrishnan, because she is an epitome of, taking up a project, taking it wholeheartedly in a very quiet, dignified manner, but in the right direction. There can be no one better than that. So Jaya Balakrishnan really needs a big hand from all of us. So I looked at the book brought to me by Sri Amarnath and Jaya, and the journey starts early in the 20th century. This was a time when women mostly stayed indoors, and also that was a time when the fight for our freedom, independence movement had also gained momentum. It's a great thing that happened in 2020 that the family discovered the manuscript. See, look at this. See, had she not written it down, or was it, if it was not written down in some way, we would have never seen the light of day of these compositions. It is because it was recorded. So this notational, or there was no notation then because it was just the text. This recording of the composition itself, it's an archival. And we have this project of archival, generations ahead, and the family has taken it up to take it forward, which is again very, very commendable. So Seetha Mami, of course, as everyone knows and as Gayatri has described, she's a graceful, gentle, but great musician. Somebody who sings in a full-throated voice with abandon. She doesn't hold back anything. You see that. I have seen her both at the Academy, where she received the Sangeetha Acharya award, and then she's conducted numerous workshops for children, Swati Tirunal songs. Mami, if you remember, beautiful songs you have taught all of us. And at Tennangur, where we conducted workshops for children, Mami just taught them such beautiful compositions and stayed along with them as though she herself was a child, That interaction, that rapport, that is something, she's very generous with all her students, and she is just an amazing person who has notated all these songs. Being a tunesmith is not easy. this reminds me of Subbarama Dikshithar. I'll tell you why I'm going back to him. He was also around that same time, 1904, 1906, that period. So he tuned the entire songs of a lawyer named Krishna Samaya who lived in the court of Yatayapuram. And this has been brought out as the Samskrita Andhra Dravida Kirtanamulu. Samskrita, Andhra, Dravida. So 3 languages, Samskrita, Tamil and Telugu. And he tuned all the songs. In fact, all of you would have heard Amba Paradevate in Rudrapriya. That is Krishna Samaya's song, tuned by Subbarama Dikshithar. So what happens is when a song is tuned by even another person, but adukku oru paadi oru merigethina. That is where our sisters, Raga sisters, come in. I think they are a perfect picture of precision, perfection, and poise. Whatever they present, it is absolutely எந்த அளவுக்கு இருக்கணுமோ அவ்வளோ பியூட்டிஃபுல்லி பேலன்ஸ்ட், ப்ராக்டிஸ்ட் ஸோ வெல். பிகாஸ் ஒருத்தர் பாடினா இட்ஸ் வெரி ஈஸி, எத்தனையோ சங்கத்தி பாடிடலாம். அது 2 பேர் பாடுறச்சு யூ ஹாவ் டு பி ஸோ கேர்ஃபுல். ஏன்னா ஒரு தப்பாக ஆனால் அஃப்கோர்ஸ் ஒன்றுமே தெரியாது. தே மர்ஜ் சீம்லெஸ்லி இன்டு ஈச் அதர், பட் தே ப்ராக்டிஸ் ஸோ பியூட்டிஃபுல்லி. அண்ட் அட் த சேம் டைம் வேதவலி அம்மா சொல்வா, ஒரு மெருகேற்றணும் அந்த பாட்டுக்கு. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பாலிஷ், gems are polished. These songs need that polish. And when will it acquire polish? When people like artists like the Raga sisters, Smt.Ranjani and Gayatri, or when all these children, as they grow up, they will sing it in their concerts, and the songs will be in the repertoire of the artists who are singing. So that is a beautiful thing about how tunes are set. And Mami has set the tunes. Not only that, she has found appropriate pashurams to precede them. அதையும் போட்டு ரொம்ப அழகாக அதை எழுதி அந்த புக்கில் ரொம்ப அழகாக வந்திருக்கு. இட்ஸ் ரியலி வெரி வெரி நைஸ். R.S.J. Mami, again, a very very knowledgeable person. She's a walking encyclopedia. இன்றைக்கி யாருக்காவது ஏதாவது டவுட் இருந்தால், many artists will call Mami and say, Mami, இது இந்த புக்கில் இப்படி இருக்கா, நீங்கள் பார்த்துருக்கீங்களா? So, and she has a ready answer for that. And otherwise, she is humility herself. If she doesn't know, she'll say, ஐயோ நான் பார்க்கல, நான் வேணால் பார்த்துட்டு சொல்கிறேன் அப்படின்பா. அது கூட. So, Mami I have known first as a teacher, because when I did my M Music in the University of Madras, she taught us Tamil tradition, Vattapalai and things which are very complex. She'll make it sound very easy. And even today, she's teaching in the Advanced School of Carnatic Music. She's associated with the Music Academy. And I am closely working with her, learning a lot from her, because we go to Tennangur together. We've been doing so for the past 10 years. So, Mami, even when I have any doubt, or lecture pananonalo, Mami, idu sollalama, is that okay? Do you feel sometimes or doubt varum? So then Mami is the real encyclopedia. Not just this, she's a fine artist. She's trained many students. And her granddaughter, Charulata, who will be performing, she is blossoming as a great Vainika. Not only Charu, there are other students who are also playing so well. So, ஒரு குரு அந்த மாதிரி giving everything. அதே மாதிரி சுகுணா மாமியும் இங்கே தான். She is an amazing person with a huge repertoire and a lot of students who are performing. And she is very generous with her ideas, thoughts, closely associated with all of us again. All these children, it's a strange coincidence that I know many of them there. We have Swaratmika and Ameya, both from the Advanced School of Carnatic Music Academy. And since we all went to Tennangur so many times, we have Maitreyi who sang the prayer. Maitreyi பஸ்ஸில் ஏறினா ஆரம்பத்துலேருந்து கடைசி வரலாம் ஏதாவது பாடின்னு இருப்பா in a high pitch. So even when she was much smaller, Charulata is there. We know Purnima, who plays both the veena and the flute. She is also played at Academy. Ashwini, Mridangam, she's amazing. Just amazing rhythm in a very casual way. They've all practiced so well. In fact, this is exactly what I was saying. If a single person sings, it's very easy. But to perform as a group, it's very tough. You have to practice so much so that there is no mistake in between. R.S.J. Mami has created the interludes, in between and the musical interludes. Mami pannirka. So I'm looking forward to listening to all of you. I can't resist quoting from the Shikshas again. How do you perform on stage? Sahasra gunita vidya shatashaf parikirtitai. That is knowledge that is taught hundreds of times and practiced 1,000 times. How will it come? Agamishyati jihvagre. It comes to the tip of your tongue. The way water flows down, its slope. Sala nimna udakamiva. So it moves like that, as simple as that. So if you have practiced so many times, it will just happen in a very natural way. So that's how and I'm looking forward to listening to all the music. Before I conclude, I wanted to say another thing. I was wondering how I would be connected with this program. Jaya said, இல்லம்மா உனக்கு அவளெல்லாம் தெரியும், நீங்கள் வந்து கொஞ்சம் பேசிடுங்க ப்ளீஸ், நான் மிஸ்டர் அமர்நாத்தை கூட்டின்னு வரேன், we will just please speak. So then when I opened the book, there was a strange coincidence. I looked at her birthday. It said 1906, Poratashi Kete. And my Janma Nakshatram is Poratashi Kete. So somewhere there is some divine connection, I think, that I have been called to invite. I thank the family for inviting me today, and I wish you all the very best. And I'm sure these songs will be heard in the concert repertoire very soon. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thanks once again. Namaskar.
Thank you, ma'am, for bringing the important features of Kacheri as performed by the doyens here, like being this auchityam, the appropriateness of the thing, and then Sahridaya and Rasikas. Yes, all the three should be in sync with each other and make the performance a great success. That's what she was talking about. And we all know that our teachers are of great source for us all the time. Even when they are, we are in contact with them all the time, or we can call upon them, like a fountainhead. Whenever we require, we can always, go back to them. And they, welcome you with open arms. And they tell you the pleasure of learning. That is what is the greatness of these teachers. Because they make you feel part of the system, though you might, at times fail. Thank you for the kind words. I call upon Dr. Amarnath Anantanarayanan, the grandson of Smt Sundaravalli Ammal, to thank the dignitaries. He has taken great initiative in bringing out the songs in the book form. And of course, Jaya Balakrishnan, I have to tell that she, in her own unassuming way, she will make things work. That is very difficult, And I think she has imbibed it from SVK Sir, whom I know more. Like, I had more interaction with him because of my association with Govind Rao Sir. I'm a student of him. So that's how I came to know about SVK Sir. And the way she has imbibed it and continues to do the service is very good. Thank you very much. Please, sir.
I think good evening, everyone. What can I say? I don't think Party, even in her dreams would have thought that Sangeetha Acharya would be setting tune to music, or Jayalakshmi Mami will be putting the interludes. Soon Vardhachari Mami will be writing a foreword for the book. The Raga would be there as chief guest. So I think it's unbelievable. And I think there are two things. I think I want to take on what Vidushi, Gayatri said. Two things that come to mind. One is, I think Party did without any expectation. So I think, I'm just quoting, from what, Krishna told Arjuna, Karmane vari karaste ma phaleshu kadachana. So you do stuff because you think it's the right thing to do without any expectation. And I think the second thing, and this has been written by other people also, even the previous book, is the bhakti that Party had. More than anything else, the bhakti from the songs really comes out. And especially for all the, young ladies. I'm just going to quote again Rajaji and what his talk just before Bhaja Govindam, everyone must have heard it, so it's nothing new. And he had said, knowledge without devotion is useless tinsel. So I think the bhakti or the devotion, and I think that's very, very critical. And thanks to all of you for coming here today. Seetha Mami, क्या बताऊँ, आपने बोला दिल खुश हुआ, दिल भर भी आया. I think we've been fans of her in the family for more than 30 years, and even yesterday I sent a WhatsApp to saying that this is the song that Seetha Mami had sung, and I think hopefully Madhuri will share that with you. R.S.Jayalakshmi Mami, what can I say? I think you've been here for all the rehearsals, making sure everything goes on track, everything is make sure that everything happens according to plan, people are sticking to the right avarthanams, everything is going to the exact detail. I think, Vidushi's Ranjani Gayatri, really nice of you to have come. I think really appreciate it that despite your tight schedule, and I think you told me you had an 8 o'clock next meeting, you've come and graced the occasion. Really appreciate it. I think Sumathi Mami, what can I say? Thanks a lot. I think thanks for coming. I think Poratashi Ketai was a revelation. So hopefully there's some karmic connection, and thanks for coming and thanks for talking about the artists. See, one thing I just like to add, I think we spoke about the artists and Women's Day, etc. Right? And this is probably one of the few, if not almost unique sabhas which is owned and run by a lady. So having this whole function in Naada Inbam, Ragasudha, which is run and owned by a lady, is also, I think, unique. So adds to the whole ambience, and I think of the occasion, and I think we are thankful to Jama, because only other person I can think of, maybe there are sabhas, is Shriram Bharati Kala Kendra in Delhi, where Shobhana Deepak Singh used to run it, or still does. But apart from that, I don't know of any sabha or musical festival or anything. Huh? Sarvani. Okay. It's pretty unique anyway. So maybe one or two others. But and what can I say about Jaya Mami? I think Purva Janmatla, she must have been either Pati's daughter or Nipeti. Because the interest she shows in taking forward even the previous book and this book and getting everything together is amazing. I think the diligence, the sincerity, the way it's the ownership, it's amazing. So thank you, Mami. We're really fortunate to have you here. Now I'll request Anumani to just get the gifts and probably give it to them.
While Sri Amarnath is doing the honors, I just missed on a couple of young artists. Harita Narayanan belongs to a family of musicians. Neveli Narayanan's daughter. She's going to play the violin. And Ramya Ramesh will be on the ghatam. I missed her too. And Madhuri Kaushik, she's a leading vocalist now. I think she's a disciple of Ranjani and Gayatri, right? So she's also going to sing. I'm sorry, I missed the names when I spoke. Thank you.
Sugna Mami, நீங்க ஸ்டேஜுக்கு வரல நான் இல்லையா சரி உங்களுக்கும் வாங்கி கொடுத்துங்க அப்புறம் ஓகே தேங்க்யூ ஐ திங்க் it's over to you now.
Yeah. Now I will request the dignitaries to be seated on this thing so that the stage can be available for the artists to continue their presentation.